shadows of the mad moon hang forgotten in our sky, slowly aligning. It is time again. The tide rises and brings with it something dire.
So I'm not sure if they're going to keep this dynamic. It's always kind of interesting. Do you put Mind Control in an awkward position here, which he's certainly in an awkward position against HELLBEAR Smashers? They go for the early 5-man movement out the Brambles, trying to create some cover, but Gilger does get the toss back. They quickly surround Mind Control, and that'll be it. Ace gets the first blood. Fogg was talking about how Warlock Batrider was one of his favorite duos in the past. The Upheaval plus Sticky Napalm. GH going to be jumped on here. Spear through multiple Brambles. Tofu's going to take a lot of damage. They managed to pick up level 2. So Shadow Realm plus the Healing Salve gets the hit onto Tofu, and GH should be able to secure first blood from Mind Control and should be able to still get out. If Ace really wants this, it's going to cost him a lot as he gets speared up. The Bramble doesn't quite latch, sadly.
You know, this is like the Mirana 4 position, right? You'd be doing more of like what GH is doing, stacking camps to help get his tide back into the game. They have 0 ancient stacks, and oof, nice deny from Kuro. It
is going to cost Kuro his life as they're going to get the coil toss combination, but he is rather tanky thanks to the levels that he's been getting. And it's going to take a long time for Stormstormer to actually get this kill. In many ways, this space is actually going to be well worth it for Nigma. As the orb barely landing, but he's got another round of this. Boy, this is really costing them a lot of space. But at the same time, it looks like they may actually kill RMN. He barely managed to get the lasso to pull him back in. Ace throws out the dagger, try and finish him off, but he's still not dead. He has to jump into tower range to be able to get him. A crit will finish him off. Tofu now running out, does have the cold feet to ensure that GH does not feel comfortable.
You just have so much damage amplified from your shard. Tides isn't quite as good, although I have seen it used by Monkey's Forever because it does reduce tower damage on the Tide Shard. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But is it viable? I don't know.
Coil only onto the 1 here. ILTW. He's going to still be hit by the Ravage Ice Blast combination. Maybe this isn't quite what he expected. Now the Avalanche over the top. If he gets tossed, that's going to be him shattering. A terrorized dodge there by Stormstormer. The rest of Nigma are going to close in on Gilger, but he's hero chat and lining for a reason. He knows that was a great fight and a great exchange. And he also helps that HELLBEAR Smashers have a decent number of low cooldown nukes they can just kind of throw out to defend towers, like the Puck especially, who's now found the opening with the coil just now coming up on GH. Now let's see if he dodges the spear in time. Phase shift not going to be out. He gets speared. He gets stuck to the wall. Still not dead. Will manage to get off an orb. Jumps a little farther away, but the last hit from RMN is here. So he keeps on pursuit. He sees Gilger. Kuro's Golem leading the way. He'll try and slow him down. Gilger does have Avalanche, which he can slow down RMN, but RMN may feel bold enough to keep it going. Man, he's so slow. Cold feet not quite there. Now he's going to toss him over to Ace, and Ace is actually going to be the one last. So they're both together on this Firefly. Ace is still alive, but the TP actually getting canceled there by the spear, and RMN gets the double kill, all thanks to Gilger's alley-oop. He goes ahead and thanks Gilger for that one. Nigma do close in with GH and Mind Control to ensure this team fight. Oh, they're going to go for the Ravage, but it's just the 2 of them. They really want this kill into RMN. The spear goes out. They only get the 1 kill out of this one. Are going to be able to give you a good read of what HELLBEARs are up to. Hey, so long as you don't like lose a big team fight and the enemy starts pushing onto your side, but getting a pick off like this certainly helps. Is Ace, he's got to jump away here over to Tofu, and that'll be just enough space to get him out, and they actually lose GH in the process. So not bad for the Smashers.
That's a very needed survive.
Oh, Stormstormer missing the coil there. That could have been a nice exchange. They actually dropped the Golem to make sure that Smashers don't really try and take this too aggressively. And they will start retreating.
Ravage in 5.
It's a 4 position for a 4 position so far, so with the Ravage ready to go, if RMN extends a little bit too deep, look at it, just the upheaval. Oh god, is Tofu gonna die to the Golem like this? The spear comes out, the Golem needs another hit, but he doesn't quite get it. RMN, is he gonna try and go for a flame break? He is, and he's got him too. Tofu gets burned down from a distance. They blow the Ravage to kill RMN for that, though.
It is incredibly difficult to go toe-to-toe with this hero as a Phantom Assassin unless you are at the very least equal in items. And That does not look like it'll be the case, unless perhaps this smoke can work out. No blink on Rasmus, but he's going to attempt the walk-in Ravage. Blink on the puck. They need to try and get this Warlock.
They're going to lead off with the coil onto the 2 supports. With the Ice Blast coming in as well, they might just be able to burst the backline almost immediately. They do. 2 supports down. Mind Control gets off the arena, though. And the puck, it's going to be a combo of ultimates that brings him down. RMN and Mind Control both down to about half health. Ace looking for his opportunity to jump in. Spots it now onto RMN. Meanwhile, the Tidehunter, Rasmus, being gone on by the Troll. Bit by bit, he will be whittled down by the Troll's damage. But now they're going to go for Mind Control as well. They're leaving ILTW for last here, which is a great idea if they can actually finish off Mind Control's Mars, but they can't. He's too tanky, it seems like. Laughing at Rasmus's inventory. He knows what he needs. And it's one item and one item alone. A Blink Dagger for him. Looks like Tofu. He's very dead. His Gilger, yeah, Gilger's going to be caught out as well. Both the supports getting picked just outside of their base. There's nowhere for them to move.
You can't really get Kuro if he's going to play this far back.
Stormer looking for an opening here. Spots GH, and he wants him to go for it, and they do. Gilger jumps him, hits him with a combo. Puck follows it up. Puck trying to protect his own life as best as possible. Gets a coil on just the bat run. Immediately broken. The Ice Blast is going to follow it in. They need more damage behind it, though, and they don't quite yet have it. RMN doing a nice job dodging around. Ace, the Golem is thrown onto him. He's going to jump away back to Rasmus and Stormer. While the rest of Nigma funnel backwards here. They're going to start poking on Mind Control. Gilger is being focused down by ILTW at the same time. But now that they're done with the Tiny, they're going to start rallying back.
Well, for the minus armor, if you get caught as Warlock or the Willow of GH by Ace, you die in a crit.
He is in a really bad position. Oh my God, ILTW.
He has no BKB.
What is this?
He has no BKB.
This is the most insane farming I have. What? I think he jumped in and lassoed Tofu.
Yep.
Right? But like as soon as he does that, PA has free game. Right? And part of the success of team fights of Nigma has been the Troll being on the front line. They're going to be able to grab Gilger here. They're trying to blow him up. He's not quite inside of the wall, but he should still die here. But at the same time, Stormer's in deep. Uh-oh, he ran into a bramble. Almost gets hit by the Golem, but fortunately he phase shifts it, jumps over to his orb, but he's still caught. Nigma.
What?
This time it's HELLBEAR Smashers who get like way too aggressive. I don't know. There's just a lot of weird mispositionings happening. I think both teams are underestimating the potential of the other team to be aggressive on them. And now Ace doesn't have a BKB for 15 seconds. They need the puck, Blink Strike, to be able to jump over, and Stormer does give it to him. Ace. He's running himself out of here, but Stormer is going to get caught in the process, and Mind Control may get burned out, but Ace. RMN spots him. He's going to be hit by another flame break.
You got a BKB! Oh, he had it. He didn't.
I think he came up in like literally the last second.
RMN
he was not spamming it.
Is that Miracle or is this RMN? Because all of a sudden, the Batrider is just winning the game for his boys.
You know what's funny is that like there's so many okay, that fight in triangle where HELLBEAR Smashers is not well prepared. They get caught. That leads into Roshan being taken. That Roshan is a shard. So the Batrider picks up the shard. That's how he ends up killing the PA again. It's like these things can snowball rather heavily. It's close enough to it. They're going to hold out because they've got a PA, right? They've got a PA. They've got tier 1 and tier 2 still up in the bottom lane.
Do have Glyph, but look for Kuro just to drop the bomb. He's got 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh, and double damage too? Yeah, they could definitely force a response from Smashers now before this Aegis is gone. Okay, they're not going to wait. The Lotus Orb going off actually does manage to get the lasso back turned around, but it doesn't matter. Gilger is being ripped apart by ILTW. They do have a buyback, though. RMN almost getting critted down to death. But Ace got to be careful of that MKB. Double damaged up ILTW, who's running down heroes right now. That is going to be the use of his ultimate. He's got 14 seconds left in the Aegis. They really need to take this Megas now, because he won't have those extra lives soon. ILTW toss back, and they do take him out before the Aegis expires. Now the Golem's double dropped in. Phase shift is going to be able to dodge one of them. Instantly ravage up. Can they burst him down? He doesn't have his ultimate. He eats the cheese, but he still is getting chunked on by Ace. Now Smashers, they haven't even lost their barracks just yet, are going to look for more.
Wrong, but he had no ravage there for 20 seconds. They might have an opening to fight to use that buyback. But without Ravage, they just don't feel comfortable. However, this is a sick backstep. They've got great vision.
They see the support. They see the two backline. They get them together in a combination, but the AL disc protects GH. He was aware that this could be a possibility. He saves himself. Mind control's going to be rooted to the spot, but it's ILTW who's already smashed in Ace's head. He rips them apart with that MKB, and as soon as Ace is gone, the fight's done. They don't have any damage. This is a 4-protect-1 lineup. There's nothing left. So that's it. Nigma.
Don't even get the Ravage. Oh my. Oh, Cap. I was like, they're going to go. They've got vision. This is such a sick opportunity to just.
Oh, no.
Like, you got to, at one point, you got to blink in and pray, right? Use everything. Instead, we see the game end.
Off games happen, and it seemed like that last game was a bit of an off game for almost everyone.
The Pugna AA combo is pretty solid. It's something that Crow and the boys would know well. That was a huge staple of their drafts back at TI7 when they took home the title.
So do you feel like some of these weirder picks we're going to watch? Kuro, he's dead, right?
Maybe.
Certainly dead. Rasmus is going to be the one to take first blood.
The lions, raptors, whatever the creature is. He's like, hey, over here.
Yeah.
And then they start running after you.
Oh, yeah.
You got to think that far.
Shit moment.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Why did I think this was a good idea? Yeah. Because now you've just been hurting yourself. Your frontliner's gone. Mind control is being chased down right now. He's got a Dragon Tail in a second. If they can actually hit it with stopping him from Timber Chain, they do. And they get the kill. Mind control falls.
Not necessarily be picking fights, but you're always ready to fight. And it does help you scale significantly.
Big amount of burst damage. Rasmus, he is very tanky, but Timbersaw, it just makes any of these strength heroes look so easy to deal with.
Rasmus just rushing a blink. Poor Tofu, man. He's just getting ran at all times.
Yeah, he really is. Cold Feet will get him some distance. Over the triangle, Gilger's being run at here by GH. And now, oh, this is a big kill. Getting Stormer. They're going to use the Terrorize to make sure he can't life drain anymore. And with this kill, quick and fast.
Not even bothering with it. They have warded strictly to slay. They're now going towards mid for the more valuable tower. Armen in trouble, though. Has the hood.
He does have GH next to him as well. Here comes Mind Control. They're going to start kiting backwards here. Rasmus is going to be stunned up, and the dangerous thing, Mind Control's coming in, but he's getting a little low on mana. Rasmus building up on the minus armor thanks to the viscous nasal goo. Wow. Looks like it's going to be Mind Control who's the victim of the over-aggression.
In a DK stun, the Timber died because there was so much magical burst. They don't even need auto attacks. But this is the problem, is that oh, nice deny.
They're going to try and go for RMN here. He's facing the right direction, too, for them to be able to burst him down. Nicely done. They've got the burst damage to kill any of these guys. And Timbersaw, he's actually going to go back into this one. The life drain, keeping Stormer alive, but the Terrorize now going to fear him out. He may be rooted, though. Mind Control's not going to be able to catch up to Stormer. They've got some more magic damage, and he's dead as well. Ace actually was able to chase down Kuro. They're still going to try and chase after ILTW. Double frontline heroes that can create space for our spellcaster to make sure they hit all of their spells. But Nigma, they're going to get on top of him first with the ILTW leading the charge. He managed to fight Tofu. The stun coming out. Dragon Tail, the Ice Blast as well. Onto Mind Control with the life drain. They managed to burn out the Timbersaw. But RMN is right up in their face. He's doing more and more damage over time to Rasmus. But he's chased away by the life drain. The Terrorize is going to be used to make sure the Pugna is not a factor. Ace, they can't really deal with him, and as they try and run away, here come the Blink Daggers. Ace is going to be able to blink forward as well in a second here. Oh, got hit by the Quills.
Shouldn't have been able to blink there, but alas, I don't know if you want to fight that anyway.
Hold up. The back line, but they found Mind Control first. They're going to get the jump here along Timber Chain through. They just need a little bit more damage, and Stormer's got that damage to finish him off. Tofu, he will be the victim here, but that is fine for Stormers, especially as they get a return kill on a GH who couldn't actually get off the Shadow Realm. He gets zapped down by the Nether Ward. Rasmus sees his opportunity to be able to get fresh initiation onto the Ember Spears. They have chain stuns. He's dead. Triple kill for Stormer as they could just keep chasing these heroes down. The only thing that's stopping them from blinking and catching up is the Quills, but Gilger, he can certainly run him down, missing the LSA. He does still have the Yules. You're going to look for Kuro first. Feeling like maybe RMN's a little bit too much to handle, but apparently not everybody got the memo that Rasmus was going for that one. All right.
Dude, say whatever you want. Mind Control's playing like a beast. It's an impossible Timber game. He's just consistently targeted at the start of every fight, but he is with no stuns and just a pipe.
They're going to be moving over. Smoke from Nigma as well. They're going to break that smoke. ILTW leading the charge to break the smoke, making sure he doesn't get caught. Really nice jump in from Mind Control. So much damage, and he may still... No, he actually gets blasted down pretty quickly, but the damage he did is quite nice. He's going to be able to TP back into this fight as well. There was only one Ice Blast, so now he's coming in, and he's a monster that cannot be stopped. Smashers are immediately out of this fight. They're going to be chased down. It did cost them the buyback on Mind Control, but now Nigma are looking good to be able to finish up that Roshan.
This is a very...
Here it comes. He's going to start TPing in now. Armen shows himself right as the rest of his team is right behind all the... Oh, no, he blinked away. ILTW, he's on the hunt for the Pugna, but now he's been caught by the Yule Scepter LSA. Fortunately, he's got a BKB, so let's shrug that off. The initiation only killing Gilger here. So far, Rasmus, he's in pretty far, and he's chasing after Kuro. But the rest of his team may need his stuns. Whoa! Actually force them in order to hit the stomp and TP out. That's a cute move. GH, he dies, but immediately buys back. He sees that Ace is definitely dead. And Stormer, well, he's going to turn around and try and go for this kill. But because of the buyback on GH, he's got to terrorize. He's got disables to make sure that the Pugna will be chased down by RMN. And look how fast he's moving. Catching up to Tofu now. Hit so damn hard, but it wasn't quite enough damage.
And get back into championship form. But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We got Roche. Here comes the big battle.
Rasmus inside of the pit. Immediately going to find the opening here onto Mind Control. They can burst him down nice and fast. They do. Laguna Blade. That certainly does the trick. Half his health and he's just gone. ILTW jumping in real deep to go for Gilger here. But the old Scepter into the LSA is going to force out. No, he actually holds on to the BKB. Jumping over like a madman. Now he pops the BKB. He sees Ace a little bit low and they're going to go for that kill. Now he does still have reincarnation and he's toggling his armlet. So he's kiting out Nigma very nicely. It's good that they move all the way around like this. Otherwise, their smoke would have broken and they would have been spotted by the ward. Now the smoke breaks. Tofu is the one that breaks on. Ace immediately jumps forward. Oh, goodness. There goes Kuro, but he buys back almost immediately. Rasmus down to about half health. The Ice Blast is going to come through. The Bristleback is a pretty decent target, but they don't have any more nukes left, it's looking like. As Stormer is going to be gone on. The Spider Legs will only carry him so far to Crepify, and he's just out. Rasmus... He's going to have to battle it out with Ace alone here, so the supports are easily going to be chased down, but they just do not have the power anymore. TP away for one. That fails. Ace, he'll be okay. Lena will be cleaned up here, but it's looking like Nigma can very easily... I wonder, are they... You do Roshan here, or are they going to go and just hit towers?
Tofu, unfortunately, didn't really get with the team. He had the smoke broken. I wouldn't
ILTW in deep here. Can they get the stun on him? No, he gets off the BKB off of the Slight, and Gilger, well, he turns around, throws out the Laguna Blade, but of course he's should be rather dead here. The Glimmer K plus to Crepify, offering him some opportunity, but ILTW not hit by the LSA, so Gilger is caught once again. Minute on the clock for him, and Smashers are gonna have to once again head back inside their base, unless Ace, he's gonna go for Kuro here. He knows does not have buyback right now. Live Drain doing a lot of damage to the Timber Saw, but he pops the cheese. He's gonna be back up to full health, and Rasmus being run down by ILTW and all that magic damage. First life of Ace gone. ILTW getting a little bit low here, but he still has a minute on the Aegis. So
suddenly that 100-0 and a stun lock isn't really possible, and oh, they got him. No BKB, they know it.
Yep, and that's why they jump him, and that's why Ace is trying to bail him out right now with a live drain. They're trying to keep Rasmus alive, and it's doing a little bit of work, but it only stalls inevitable for a couple more seconds. He's going to buy back now because Ace desperately needs the trouble. They're trying to save each other, but it just means they're all going to drown as Nigma start washing over them bit by bit. ILTW is fearless as he continues to charge in after hero who bounces in and out when he needs to. Gilger somehow making it and running the opposite direction of his base in order to try and stay alive. But ILTW catches up to him. So no chance at a rebuttal from HELLBEAR Smashers. Ace also being found here, this time on the other side of the map. HELLBEAR Smashers split all over the place. They're running out to try and save Ace here on the second life, but Mind Control's here, so that second life of Ace, it's going to go down real quickly with the Terrorize and the Whirling Death. Yeah, you could see Ace just... HELLBEAR Smashers, they just seem to be out of it right now. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Stormer keeps on poking at them and blinking away before he gets caught, but the problem is he's losing objectives in the process. Second lane of barracks, first lane of barracks rather, down. Nigma can start working towards the second one if they want, but the Wraith King is coming back up.
Yeah, he has the Arcane Rune and finally near full remnants. Up to 4 charges. It's more than he's had in what feels like 2 minutes or 2 hours.
Here he joins and immediately jumps on, gets the Gleipnir onto the 2 supports. A Yule Scepter from Gilker, but he doesn't have anything to get himself out of this sticky situation. Ace starts backing up. This fight's already over. HELLBEAR Smashers. Back to the base they go. ILTW looking to catch some extras. They will manage to find Tofu here. He gets off the Ice Blast last second. Just before he dies, neither one of the supports has a buyback now. Rasmus approaching forward, Gleipnir onto the 2. They can keep chasing him as Rasmus is dead, and they know there's no buybacks left. They can just kind of keep running at Ace. But instead, they're going to opt for objectives, get megas, while HELLBEAR Smashers don't have the buybacks. Time to put an end to this series, it's looking like. As Stormer steps forward and finally does get caught. He's going to use the BKB, clear off all those stuns.
And don't forget also, just Kuro with his spirit is removing all of these heroes' innate magical resist.
Yeah.
It's a very chill ET game.
Gilger coming back. Tries to help Stormer. Does have a little bit of play. They do manage to get the kill, and he actually doesn't have buyback. So they get megas, but Nigma won't be able to end the game just yet, and especially if they can actually get these kills. Ace is going in deep here, and he's going to die, slowing everybody down, giving an opportunity for more of spells to be casted on Nigma. They've now killed 2 of the cores, and everybody else is free for them. And just as long as they have the disables to be able to catch them, all of these kills should be theirs. HELLBEAR Smashers finally winning a fight. It feels like they've lost the last 10, 15 engagements. They finally win one, but it comes at a cost of megas.
Stand the whole thing with the oath and everything, but couldn't we just extend that to, hey, go get rid of all the bad guys?
He gets a couple of swings onto ILTW. The Ice Blast is coming in as well. That's also going to land onto ILTW, but his BKB is keeping him rather healthy here. Gilger going to be chain stunned up right now, but Rasmus does manage to get in there. The problem is the damage, even with the Divine Rapier, is looking kind of wimpy. Nigma just continued to kite around Ace constantly while killing all of his allies. Ace has got another blink coming up here. So you can jump back in. No, they're going to hold around the tier 4s while their Lena's dead. But Gleipnir, mind control, missing out. Chain just a little bit shy. Definitely could have killed Rasmus. May end up losing his life as a result. Trades out for Rasmus here. Ace trying to find something to hit, but good golly, Miss Molly, he just cannot seem to actually hit heroes for very long. He just kited around constantly. Stormer, committed, and inside of the fountain, ILTW does manage to get him. Make a creep swarming in. Stormer's gonna buy back here, but look at this. This damage. This Pugna just doesn't do anything. Half the time he's being Lotus Orb, so RMN is getting a life drain right back onto him. The other half of the time, it's Ace. He gets like 2 swings in, and then he either dies or the enemy heroes run away from him.
He's trying his best cap.
He really is, but at this point, it feels like his throne is going to die before he dies. Stomp lands on a 2. Stormer being caught here. Not too good for the Smashers, is now the throne being at half health. The Ice Blast is going to come through the Laguna Blade, but it's still, they're rather healthy, especially with Ace being stuck inside the brambles, constantly stomped, brambled, slept, stunned up again by the Curse Crown. Stormer is like trying to stop this as best he can, but he's actually losing more HP than Nigma is, despite all the life training. ILTW is trying to kill them inside of the base right now, while Ace is dealing with the creeps as the creeps continue to march forward onto the throne. Out nice and slow, Ace, he spots Kuro, and he's like, enough of you, I'm tired of this stuff. But if he walks away from his throne, Nigma start gunning for it. They do pop the glyph, and that's going to be able to buy them a second chance here as Ace continues to move forward. Mind control, jumping outside of the base now, but the creeps keep on pushing forward. Stormer throwing his life on the line, but ILTW in the back will finish it off in style, jumping over and finishing off the throne. A 2-0 as Nigma. They had some fun winning this series against HELLBEAR Smashers.